Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video, I am going to show you how to read a peyote pattern when you are stitching it up with the right angle weave, or in my case, the cross weave. Now here I have, again, to show you the star that I am working on. This, like I said in my previous video, the only adjustments or primary adjustments I made on this pattern is the eyes, nose, and mouth. Pretty much everything else was beaded bead by bead, following the directions I'll be showing you here. Now, peyote patterns come in essence, 4 styles, if you want to call it that. You can have odd count peyote, and then there can be an even number of rows going down. You can also have odd count with an odd number of rows coming down. Then there's even count peyote with an even number of rows. And then there's even count with an odd number of rows. So, with the odd count is this direction, and an even number of rows coming down, you can use the pattern, or should be able to use the pattern just the way it is. What you want to look for is the corners. You want the second bead in to always stick out. See the corner here? The second bead in sticks further out. Same here, corner, second bead in sticks further out. So the odd with even number of rows is actually perfect for using as is. Now, the other ones, the odd and odd, here you can see that one is perfect, that one is perfect, but down here it's not. The second one is not sticking out further. So you can do two things. You can either take off this bottom row, or if you find that there's some important colors down here, you can add an extra row. Either one will work. So you can either take off or add one. So that is if it's odd and odd. Now, if it's even and even, here you can see the second one is perfect. Here the second one is perfect, but over here it's not. So what you want to do is add one along here. Or you can take off one. Yes, you can do one or the other. You can take off this row, but if you find that row to be important, or I should say column, this column, you can either take it off, or if you find it important, you can add a column. And then you'll turn it from even to odd. And for even, that's all you need to do. Just either add one or remove one on the right-hand side. Now, it's possible that some patterns will print differently and you'll have to do it on the left-hand side, but my program always puts it on the right-hand side. Now, here we have even, odd. This one is the one that has the most because you need to do the bottom and the side. So the bottom you need to either remove or add a row, and the side you need to either remove or add a column. So when it's even count and you have an odd number of rows, you'll have to do both the bottom and the side. Now we're going to go to how to read the pattern. So what I do is I like to work going up and down. So what I need to do then is to turn the pattern. And it's more like the brick stitch. So if you see a brick stitch pattern, you can do it as well. But this way it's laid out like the brick stitch. and then I start here. And this will be one bead for one bead. Then this one will be two beads, and this one will be one, and this one will be two. So if you're using the one needle right angle weave, you'll do a one. Well, actually, probably with the one needle, you'll probably want to start up here. So you'll do one bead of this color, then you do two beads of this color, then you do one bead of this color, two beads of this color, and then you'll go through here, and then you'll do it again. Two beads, one, two. Now with the cross weave, you'd put on your one, then you'd put two beads on each string, and then you'd cross one, two beads on each string, and then you'd cross one. So it depends on which one you're doing, but it's always one, then two, one, then two, one, then two, and so on. Then when you turn, you want to make sure that you go through both of these beads. You need to turn going through both beads. Then you will add one. If you're using the one needle, you'll add one, then two for here, and then one. So you'll go like this. Well, of course you could be going the other direction, but either way, you want to make sure to go through both beads here, and then you go through one, two, one, and then you go down and you'll add two, one, and then you'll go through both beads again. Remember, this is a two, so you go through both beads. And with the cross weave, you'll add one, you'll go through two with your one string, then you'll add two to the other string, and then you'll cross. So that's what you want to remember, is when you turn, you always go through two. And then as you're adding beads, you always go through two. And it's the same two that go together for this color. And that is how you would bead for the cross weave pattern when working with a peyote pattern. If you have any questions whatsoever, please post so that I can help you out. And I hope that you get to bead up many beautiful peyote patterns with the right angle weave. Happy beading!